Welcome back everyone to our Let's Play series of Motorsport Manager. So we're here ready for event number 2 on the schedule, which will be at Rio. And we had a great first race. Now, while I hated that we had to retire one of our cars due to mechanical issues, that was a chance I was willing to take. We were running great with that car, and I wanted to see if maybe we could, dial things back and make it to the end of the race with a great finishing position. It didn't work out for this car, but it most certainly worked out for our second car, or our actually number 1 driver, finishing on the podium. So let's go ahead and catch up on our emails. We need to do an interview, which I'll go ahead and accept that. Let's see, we're wondering if you had any thoughts on the winner of the race. Oh, thoughts of working with her in the future. Okay, so they've started throwing in a lot of these. And sure, we'll go ahead and do that. That gives me a new personality trait for the driver, which means they are now open to discussing terms with you in the future and interested in perhaps joining the team. Now, that's not a huge deal here for me since I'm planning on this being the final race. However, you just never know, so we might as well go ahead and take what we can get. All right, let's go ahead and continue working on this. Let's see. Yeah, let's just go ahead and reduce that red zone. That's probably about the best we're going to get. Let's see what is available to us in the great category. Not going to be messing with any risk level type stuff. But I do like the plus 40 there. I'm not terribly worried about the max because we're not going to have any time to worry about that. So let's go ahead and build that part. The red zone would definitely help us out at this, particularly right now. Okay, so our car repair is now done. Let's go ahead and take a look at that and see what we've got. Okay, so we're at 72% there. Let's go ahead and get started on this. And let's see. I know we've got a new gearbox coming. So let's go ahead and work on both of these. I hate to do that, but it looks like we're not going to have much choice because it's not going to be ready in time. It's going to be ready in 11 days. Yeah, so 16 days until the race. We're not going to have enough time to do much with it. So let's go ahead and work with this to get what we can out of this particular thing. Whoop, we need to make sure this is back over here. I'm not sure when that swapped. I don't like that at all. In fact, let's go ahead and clear these out. They were almost as good as they were going to get anyway. At least one of them was. All right, let's see what we're going to get here. Let's go ahead and add these and get what we can get there. Okay, and we'll go ahead and continue on. And let's make sure, yeah. Always have those moments where I'm not sure if the reliability has all of it, but things are looking good here, 53 and 57%. So let's go ahead and continue on there. Not really a whole lot we could do at this particular point in time. Let's see, possible improvements to the engines. Oh, wow, plus 30. Absolutely, we want. This is the first time I remember seeing this. Maybe I have seen this in the past, but yeah, definitely we'll take the plus 30 on that for sure. Because that's like a free upgrade essentially, because the engines cost way more than 400,000. So you can see that puts one of our engines up and over. In fact, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's move over to it, turn that off as well. Let's go ahead and try to get this engine up as high as we can get it. Okay, so we're at 60 and 57 there. We've got 9 more days to go. We should still be in good shape. You can see we've got that other gearbox that's coming along. And unfortunately, let's see, let's go ahead and take this one off. A few more emails, nothing really to look at there. Actually, I think I took the wrong one off. I did. So let's go ahead and take this one off. It's at 73%, and we are about to get our new one, which I'll go ahead and get started with that one. Here's our email letting us know that it has been completed. So it won't be ready for this particular race, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and add it to be worked on performance-wise as well. Okay, so we're in good shape. We still got a few more days here to work on it, but the good news is I don't think we're going to have to make any repairs to engine or gearbox for this next race, and then hopefully by the time the third race comes around, we'll have this newer gearbox up and ready to go. All right, so let's see what parts we want to work on next. Let's take a look. Our engine is really good right now, comparatively speaking. We really need more acceleration, which would be the gearbox again. So we're going to go here, and then here, and then here. So that will put us up over 500. Let's go ahead and build that, because we really need to catch up on acceleration. I really don't like being that far behind. Everything else is in the ballpark with where we need to be, but in this particular case, it most definitely is not. Okay, I'm going to actually take this one off, and let's see, what do we want to work on? Do we want to go back here? Let's go back there, and it's only 4 days. Let's go ahead and work on this as well. Okay, see what the mail is. Oh, it's just a roundup, which I never read those. Okay, so now our engines are up to 78%. That is pretty awesome. I'll go ahead and remove those now. Again, 75 to 80 is about where I'd like to have the reliability on the parts to make sure I don't have any issues with repairs. So now we're at 52% here. We're in good shape there. And let's set up for our race. So we're going to keep it at 10th right now. Even though I got a 3rd and a 7th, I'm going to keep it because it's not that much more. Plus, you have to keep in mind that this bonus is split between qualifying and race. So here, for example, qualifying is worth $200,000 for us if we get at least 10th from one of our drivers. So, and then the race is another 200,000. So if I'm able to finish 10th or above in both qualifying and the race, then that will net me out better than if I'm only able to finish 6th or above in the race. So I think this is the smarter play right now for us. Let's see about our parts. I'm probably going to need to swap out at least one, and yes, that is the case. I'm going to move everything up like so, and looks like we're ready to go with everything. So let's go ahead and let's make sure we got everything we need. We got our sponsor, we got our parts, and let's head to Rio. Practice and qualifying are now done, and we're starting out pretty good. Not quite as high as we did last race, but we're starting out 8th and 10th. And of course, the big thing is that means both of our drivers will have to start on the Ultra Softs that they finished up, I believe Q2 with. So we're going to have race trim 10% on both cars for our bonus. Then we're going to have the Ultra Softs wear a little bit slower for our number 1 driver, Fetterman. And then a pit stop bonus of quicker tire changes, which will hopefully offset some of the possibility of errors in the fast pit stops. So that's the reason for that one. Not exactly wonderful setups, but again, I'm sort of leaving a lot of that to chance this year, but still not too bad, 93%. We'll have to start the race on Ultra Softs that are at 76%. And the fuel, we have 6 laps of fuel, which would give us about 5 laps if we were pushing, but at this point in the season, we're not pushing because of the wear and tear it does on the car. So really not too bad. We're starting 8th and 10th. That's the good part. For sure, you can see only 91% here. And again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time messing around with this. I know I could and get some nice gains out of it, but that's just part of what I'm doing for this season. The sad part is the tires. Boy, the AI has no fear with using fresh tires during practice and qualifying. They will use every set of tires they've got for no good reason. So that's going to be one of the challenges I'm going to have this season. Hopefully it doesn't aggravate me too much. But yeah, they definitely put you at a disadvantage. So we got a 13 lap race, which is very short and should be very quick because this is a very quick circuit, very high speed, a lot of high speed corners. So we could actually make this a one stop. I'm not going to attempt to do that simply because I don't know that our car will last that long without getting some repairs. So I'm going to go two stop strategy here. And the main thing will be how long will these tires last at the beginning, and we'll just have to see. So our strategy, I am not going to push anything right now because I don't think that would be prudent given the nature of our car condition issues. So we're going to start the race and turn auto on for the ERS systems. And I'm going to do that mainly because I can never remember to mess with that. During the race, we're going to see if there's any rain coming. Doesn't appear so, at least not for the very beginning anyway. We'll see how long these tires last. We are now sitting at 5th position here. Great start. And let's see what the other cars are doing. Okay, they're all pushing very, very hard, which is going to be difficult for their cars to maintain given where we are in the season and the number of repairs that will need to be made. So we're both cars in the top 10. That's really the main thing here at the beginning. We'll see how much time we have to take for repairs as the race goes on. But right now, very happy. Oh, and we just had a crash. We saw that one. That was happening right around us. That's one of the few times I have an opportunity to see it. And we have no yellow flag that is out for that. I can't imagine how that would be the case, but I'm happy about it because I hate when these races have to slow down for the yellow flag. So now we've got our two cars right together running 8th and 9th. And so our tire wear is looking much worse. So I'm going to have to look out for our number 2 driver here more than anything. He'll have to be the first one to pit simply because of the tire wear issues. And again, all the time trying to take care of that car so that we don't run it to death. It looks like, okay, for the most part, the AI is now backing off and taking a little bit better care of their car. All right, if we can get 6 laps out of this first stint here, I think we've got a real shot of making it. I don't think our car here is not going to make it on tires. That's for sure. So, and he has no other tires left. So we're going to have to run the remaining of the race here. So we got, let's see, can we do this on one stop? Wow, with the fuel. Okay, this is going to be close. So I'm going to have to really dial this back. Let's see, what repairs are we going to make? I'm only going to make these 2. And we're going to hope for the best. And we are going to run the engine mode much lower. Okay, let's move back to our other car, which thankfully is, okay, if you'll just hang in there a little bit longer, we'll be in good shape there. Let's see how the fuel is going to work whenever we pit. Okay, 6, we can get that to 7. I'm pretty sure we can get that to 7. We'll put on a fresh set of tires, which will be plenty enough laps to make it to the end. Part condition, obviously we're going to have to fix that one. And wow, okay, we're going to have to fix some parts here. Yikes, that is not what I wanted to do. Let's see, if I don't fix that one, that will be, yeah, that's too much. I'm going to have to just bite the bullet here, do the repairs, and play a little bit more safe than I would actually prefer to. All right, so we're up in the top 4, but of course that's not going to last. Okay, we'll swap back over to our other car, and we'll see what the AI does for their pit stops. All right, again, we're hoping not to come back in anymore with our number 2 car here, so not a bad pit stop. It was supposed to be about 44 seconds, and that's what it turned out to be. So not bad. We are in and around the top 10, and as you can see by looking on the track, our other car is running 11th, and it is a good bit behind because of those repairs. So I think we're overall in a very good position right now. But again, it'll all come down to, number one, it'll come down to the fuel. Do we have enough fuel to make it with our one car? And then, let's see, are we going to have enough to make it? Okay, I think we're actually going to be in good shape here with our fuel as well. We've obviously got more fuel. Let's go ahead and run a lap on low just to make sure that we've got enough to run it. Let's see. Okay, it looks like the AI, several of them are really pushing hard. So I don't think they're planning on making it all the way as I am. Okay, so you can see here the number of laps remaining. Hopefully I didn't swap over to low too late, because we are going to be pushing it to make it all the way with both cars. So now we're running 2nd and 7th as everybody else is coming in for more pit stops for fuel, if nothing else. Let's see about our condition. Ooh, we've got multiple parts that are right down at the end. 2 more laps. If we can make it 2 laps, then we are in great shape for some great finishing positions, actually. All right, our tires, I think, are going to be perfectly fine. And yes, I know you have some serious issues with the car, no doubt. So 2nd and 6th, that is great. And that is awesome right now. If we can just finish out the race here, if these parts will just hold on for this final lap, as we come through the final set of corners, we'll come in with yet another podium, as well as additional. Let's see, are we going to have enough with our 6th place car to make it on fuel? And it looks like we are. We are going to make it just in time on fuel. So wow, a great finish there, 2nd and 5th. So our season is off to a tremendous start. And once again, it shows that we have some pretty decent speed, not bad at all on the speed side of things, but it also shows that it does indeed pay off to make the fixes on the car. So with repairs, it pays to make those. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward. I can't wait till later on in the season when these repairs aren't such an issue. But once again, some nice podium points for us. Last time we got a 3rd place finish and 4 points. This time we get 6 points by moving up 1 more spot. We are now sitting very nicely in 4th and 5th with a tie in the driver's standings, and leaving us 3rd place in the team's standings right now. And remember, our goal is 4th for the year. So right now we are in great shape. Now we're not in anywhere near position good enough to contend for a championship or race wins. However, this is looking very good for us, considering our drivers are mid-pack and our car is definitely not one of the stronger cars either. So once again, we now have our unlock back for pit stop times being a little bit quicker. Morale is perfect across the board. Everywhere you look, mechanic, driver, and chairman. So everywhere you look, things are looking great. We only lose 1.1 million, leaving us plenty of money for the remainder of the season, with, of course, quite a bit of allotment for new parts and pieces as we go along the way. So here we are getting that most important save as the race ends. So thank you very much for joining me as we enter what it looks to be our final season of Motorsport Manager.